What's up, everybody, and welcome to Save Point, a show on YouTube where we talk about video games and topics that you send to us on YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook using hashtag SavePoint. I am Michael Anthony.
I'm Ryan Shepard.
And I'm Nick Rubio.
And we always here at Underinspired, on our Save Point show, have an incredible show lined up. We have some amazing topics.
Thanks to you for suggesting wonderful topics, which you can do right now if you want to pause the video and leave a comment down below. Like, hey, why don't you guys talk about that Battletoads game? I hear it's the cat's. It's the cat's meow.
So 90s.
Oh, you want to start with that one?
What?
Because of art.
Oh!
Okay.
We could start with
Yes,
this.
I guess we'll start with this. This is from Silver Art Online from Tumblr. Guys who pretend to be girls in MMO, role-playing or just a trap?
Okay, so are we saying pretend to be women or like
Or
actually
female character models?
No, who are pretending
just
to
like
be
I'm a
actual
woman.
Okay.
I'm a woman IRL.
See, I don't understand that, but I play female character models because
Yeah.
I like to look at attractive characters that I made.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes
The art looks nice.
yeah, exactly. Sometimes if you play like a demon hunter in Diablo, like why were you playing a male demon hunter? Like
It doesn't fit part of the story.
it just doesn't
you know?
fit like that. It doesn't. But like I don't know. Like that's just the way it is. Like I remember playing Diablo 2 and thinking like I'm a sorceress. That's just how you play the game. You're the
Pretending to
sorceress.
be a
This is
woman?
different. That's like, not about playing a woman. It's like, okay, so you play a
No,
female
I'm
character.
aware of that. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
But I'm saying like just sometimes I play as female characters. Like I have no qualm. I left all my qualms.
But do
over
you
there.
also act as if you are a female?
No, I don't do that.
If I'm talking to somebody, they will know I'm a man.
Exactly.
I explicitly state
No,
that.
but see, there is a very seedy underside to this. There are people who exploit it, and they use voice changers. Like, I know of people who might have done this.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not going to name names.
You know culprits?
Yes.
Jesus.
Who
That is
basically
a trap.
Is here's the thing, is guys in video games, especially MMOs, can be big suckers, especially when they hear like a cute girl's voice or something, and at times they're prone to just giving them
I would
things.
just argue that all men, not even just men in video games, just all men
Are suckers.
are just suckers for cute women.
Yeah. So at times, a man will pretend to be a woman in an MMO to exploit it and get items or leveling, you know, basically
perk, that kind of
get
Why are you
get
exploiting
help.
the sad population?
So on that side, I think it's pretty shitty because you're just like you're exploiting people.
Like I don't know if I could do that. Like even if someone was like, Michael, I'll give you $15 if you can convince somebody that you're a girl and then get something out of it. Because at the same time, like I know this person, I'm manipulating this person on like the most base of animal instincts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like at the very core, I am manipulating them.
And you want to know, like, as my many years of playing MMO, I've never seen it happen.
Really?
I've never.
You've never known it to be happening.
Yeah.
If I have, but like, I've never heard of like first account of somebody saying, "Yeah, man, I just logged on and I gave all this person all my stuff, and then all of a sudden Ted turned off the voice modulator." You know,
Yeah.
like I've never
I'm sure
heard
it
of the.
happens, though.
No, obviously it's a thing. I mean, we've heard of stories, but I've never heard of first. You know, I've never heard of a person who's been scammed, or I've never. Like, you know, apparently you know somebody. I don't know anybody who's done that.
Because, like, I feel like that's really weird to take it that far. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you want gold in this MMO so hard that you're going to go to the lengths of getting a voice changer to... I don't know. That's a little weird to me.
I say, like, here's something. I'd love to know the percentage of people who play as the opposite sex character model in online games.
There are
I know there's
things.
I know there's a bunch,
mean-
but I'd love to know that percentage. Like, because the only MMOs I've ever really I played Star Wars, Knights of the Republic. I played World of Warcraft, and then I played a little bit of like Guild Wars or Guild Wars 2. And I was a male in all of those. I had a female character in Star Wars. I had a female smuggler, but that wasn't like.
Yeah,
that was just like I'm gonna make a smuggler really quick, and I just clicked a female, and that's just the way it was. And
No, my whole thing is like my main character is always a male, but like if I make alto stuff, I don't know. Sometimes I like the way the armor looks better on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But...
I like looking at.
I don't know, like,
Like,
on the
you know?
role-playing side, like, part of me says that, like, you kind of owe it to people to kind of have a disclaimer and be like, look, I'm not actually a woman. I am playing this character as a female, and I am speaking as if I am a female.
But then doesn't that from like a paradoxical quandary. If you take yourself out of the game to explain that you are role playing, aren't you destroying the role playing world that you are?
There are
making for
mechanics
yourself?
for doing that. There are when you most, at least from what I've played, I enjoy playing on role playing servers every now and then. Sometimes it gets a bit heavy for me, and I'm like, look, I just want to play this fucking game.
Yeah.
There are ways that you can put people mostly brackets and say this
your
is
OOC box.
Yeah, this is my, this isn't my role play, this is just me talking this way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then you can say, hey, I'm not really a chick, which...
What's OOC?
Out of character.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? I can't.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So, from a role-playing standpoint, I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's your life. You can play a woman. But for me, I play what I know. I'm going to play a dude. You know what I mean? I don't think I could ever...
Well, on the other hand, it's like, it's your character. Like, you don't really owe it to people to do that, but I don't know. It's weird. I mean, if you're biologically a male and you identify as female, you don't owe it to anyone to tell them. You don't, not at all. But if you're a guy who identifies as a guy, but wants to be a girl in the game for shits and giggles... I don't know. It just seems kind of
feel like if people are getting emotional attachments in role-playing games, that's a bit strange. You know what I mean? This is obvious. I mean, we're playing this game to be out of ourselves.
Why? It happens.
I know it happens.
People marry over World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Well, that's different. That's you're talking and meeting people. But I mean, in an explicitly role-playing server, you know what I mean? I feel like there's that sense of, you shouldn't take everything somebody says.
No, you're right.
100%
Exactly.
true.
But then I think that's what we would have to contend and say is that on a roleplay specific server, then that's fine. That's pretty much fair game.
If you're pretending to be on a regular server where people don't roleplay, especially just to get money. If you're doing it and you don't take any money from people and you're just doing it to do it, fucking more power to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Though, who's to say? But if you're intentionally exploiting it, you're kind of a shitty person.
Just watch Catfish. They're all shitty people.
Oh yeah, that was a sad movie.
All right.
Just watch the show.
I hope that adequately.
There's a show.
I thought wasn't there a movie too?
Yeah, there was, and they got a show.
I want an origami swan to unfold and there's a topic. All right, this comes from our lovely, lovely, awesome, great friend Sharky Hat.
Sharky Hat.
He comes to us from Twitter to say, thoughts on third-party sites selling Steam keys, in reference to the Sniper Elite 3 fiasco where 7,000 keys were stolen. Now, how were they stolen? That's what I didn't really
how do you steal
It's not necessarily they were stolen. From what I read on the situation, that they were given to these people, and then somebody, they were stolen. Somebody got, intercepted them, or broken into that consumer, that producer. How do you...
a reseller?
Yeah,
a retailer,
retailers stole those keys and then put them on their site for basically reduced value.
Okay.
They basically put all these keys out there for hey, you can buy Sniper Elite from us for $10.
So I feel like the question really is is it better to just have it to where Steam only is the only source you can buy Steam keys from?
See, but then that comes into that'll hurt places like Humble Bundle where they're trying to do things for good.
Yeah.
And stuff like Green Man Gaming who sometimes poses better offers than legitimate Steam. So it's kind of like saying I robbed this shipment of games on the way to GameStop and I'm going to sell them. You don't stop sending games to GameStop.
Yeah. Maybe there needs to be a verification process, But
that's what the thing is unfortunately that the key is that verification. It's unfortunate. I feel like this isn't the fault of Steam. It's the fault of the retailer.
Yeah.
As a retailer, you should have safeguards in place. You should be protected.
Right,
that's like people saying you're not going to rob a GameStop's caravan.
Yeah.
They're police officers.
I just wonder if it could be kind of like Bitcoins.
Quick thing.
Bitcoins,
How many games is GameStop moving via caravan, Nick?
I don't know. A lot.
How many are they moving via caravan?
Well, before they won the caravan, they're on a galleon.
Yeah,
when they ship it over the sea.
Yes,
exactly. And
the Mexican sea.
And you just moved all of your production units from science to production.
Haven't you played GameStop Trail?
Oh yeah. Okay. If you're a GameStop employee, you know all about that.
Yes.
So I mean,
There is actually, hold on.
it's-
Side
go
note,
ahead.
there is actually a
I know.
game in GameStop where you can play as a manager running your own store.
that's terrible.
Yes. it's
Should you
awful.
just be running the store?
I think it's fine, but ultimately, I think they have accountability to the people they sell it to. Like, if you sell a Steam key to someone and somehow it's stolen, you owe them a refund. That's all there is.
I don't think this is any fault of Steam. Like, I don't think Steam
But
owes them a
unfortunately,
refund. I think
it's not necessarily the retailer that they owe the refund, but it's an unfortunate thing. It's so bad the way it happened is that they bought it from this unscrupulous seller, and they spent their money. They can't go back to the people who stole this game and say, hey, I bought this game from you. They just revoked my Steam code. Can I have my money back? They're not going to give you your fucking money back. They stole
Exactly.
these damn Steam codes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
I think it's an odd way that people look at Steam keys. It's like almost like something from Steam directly. Like, if I stole a bunch of video games from Walmart and I sold them to you, you couldn't go after Walmart.
yeah.
You couldn't
Or even the
actually-
publisher, you know? Like, and that's where a lot of people were pissed at the publisher. I forget who fucking makes...
is it Rebellion?
I don't know.
So, I mean, the accountability is on the person. Like, if you're buying from, like, a
don't buy
shady
from a shady
source...
place. You know?
Exactly.
Don't
no,
do that.
You don't. You don't. I mean,
Stick to the big ones: Green Man Gaming, GOG.
because if you look anywhere on the internet, you can find here's Skyrim for 47 cents. Like, no, just don't. Like, you should have, and that's not to say that the people who purchase this are dumb or anything like that. But you should use common sense to know, like
Like that guy
What
who
an-
bought an Xbox One, but it was just a picture of
just a
Xbox
picture
One.
of an Xbox One.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my mom did that.
like you need to
What?
With a
know.
purse.
Oh,
Your
did
mom
she?
did?
She bought a picture of a purse.
As a sidebar here, I heard like something that was extremely similar to that. It was, remember my okay, so it's an old roommate of mine. We won't mention names or anything, but he knew somebody that he used to work with who had a big eBay shop where they would sell product catalogs, but the picture would be of a specific product in that catalog, so it was very misleading to make you think you were buying the product instead of the catalog. And for some reason, like, they found a way to, like, go around the system so they had a great positive rating. So that would, you see, this seller has 905 stars. Clearly, they're legit.
Yeah.
Not legit.
Read what you buy on eBay, for fuck's sake.
Exactly.
Read all the print. All the
Alright.
prints.
Do we?
No, that's it. I think that answers it. I mean,
Thank you, Sharky Hat, for the intelligent question.
be smart. Just be
Yeah.
smart, people. Be smart consumers.
PSA.
Don't blame people when you do something stupid.
Okay, our good friends at Video Game Bang from the Twitter.
Oh,
Whoop.
hey, what's up, guys?
Did Mario Kart 8 save the Wii U, or is Nintendo still in trouble? I feel
I kind of think it did.
I don't know if
I don't think they're
did.
out of the valley yet. It definitely helped. It
How many
definitely-
units did it sell?
It
I
put-
know they,
it's- no,
I know
it
they sold
did.
like another. They sold like buku console units,
Yeah.
not just game units. I know like there was a huge spike in console sales.
Yeah, they sold a bunch of consoles, and I think that's a good thing because there's all these other games that are coming out that are going to stimulate the market, and on top of the amiibos,
Yes.
which I know I'm going to buy. I don't even have a Wii yet, or Wii U. I know I'm going to buy an amiibo.
Yeah,
I'm going to buy all
They
the
have
Samus
Samus.
ones. Yeah, I'm going to buy them all. I don't even care.
I wouldn't say they're out of the value. You're right, but I think they are on the upswing.
Yeah,
They're on the other side of that curve.
They're pushing stuff that I would rather them not be pushing. I mean, there's no really new IPs that they're pushing, but they're
Except
they're
for
going to sell.
the Splatoon.
Splatoon, yeah.
Which
So
looks pretty
I
cool.
actually don't think that they're out of the valley. I think someone just pointed them in the right direction. I think they're still in the middle of the desert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're not counting their mobile market, Nintendo. I mean,
They're behind.
they're behind.
Yeah.
They're hemorrhaging huge money. I don't know if you guys saw that article, but a guy at the Nintendo shareholder.
Yeah, he didn't know what video games were.
But still, but it doesn't matter if he doesn't know what video games are because he's a shareholder. His job as a shareholder is to give them money, and their job is to give him more money back. That's the whole point of an investor, and it's as simple as that. Like Satoru Iwata, who's the current president of Nintendo. He needs to be doing more. He really does. He needs to be stronger. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Nintendo has that thing where like with people with Satoru, with people like Reggie Fils-Aimé, like they're like the faces of Nintendo, and we know them as Nintendo. But being the face of Nintendo does not mean you're running Nintendo the way it should be run.
Yeah.
Well, they have a very, very unfortunate old style view of how it is, and unfortunately, Reggie, I don't necessarily think is a big. a big thinker in the company. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't
he's
feel
just
like
he's just ahead of the American brand.
That's
I
what I'm
honestly
saying,
think he's probably largely a face. He's just a figure. You know?
Unfortunately, I don't feel like he's not sitting behind there making all the executive decisions and saying, hey, we need new IP.
Yeah, that's the Toru. That's the Toru.
And and it's not a bad thing that they're pushing the old stuff, but they should be letting. And I feel like it's a big problem with Nintendo's. I want to say, I forget, a strict hold on like what they feel is quality for their systems.
Yeah.
That's why they don't have a good relationship with third parties. Publishers.
Because they're like, oh, we need this, and this to do this on our system. We want all this stuff, and the other people are like, look, we have a budget, we have a schedule. You either let us put our shit out, or we're not going to put it out for you.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
At the same time, though, I think what they're doing is they're playing their cards close to their chest.
Yeah,
they're playing to their strengths. I mean, at least they've shown games they know people want to play. They know people are going to play a new Legend of Zelda. They know people are going to play a new Star Fox, and they know that they're going to play a new Mario game, even if it isn't necessarily Mario playing it. So they're coming to the market with at least one new IP that we've seen. I think they actually have a second one, which totally escapes me right now.
But even then, like, they've shown, I think they're doing some smarter things. Like, I think,
but these games aren't even coming out for a year.
They're not. But
That's the problem.
I think they're shown, like, they're in the right direction. And what I mean is, like, I think it's really brave of them to try Hyrule Warriors even as a concept, like on paper.
It does look really fun.
I think
as much as I don't enjoy, I'm tired of the Dynasty Warriors formula being rehashed on old things. Like, yeah, it's cool, but that's like saying I'd love to see a God of War Dynasty Warriors, or I'd love to see you could say any game, make it like.
But they're doing that. The amiibos are smart. I think like you see another smart decision with stepping back from Smash Bros and letting Namco Bandai is developing the new Smash Bros, and that's why Pac-Man's in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's
I mean, they do have the new Bayonetta too, and that's third party, isn't it?
Yeah, that is third party.
You're
that's
seeing
because they rescued them.
Yeah. So you're seeing like smarter third party support, but you're not seeing genuine third party support.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing very little of it. That little of it is smart and well executed, but you're not seeing the titanic ocean of third party support that keeps Sony and Microsoft afloat.
Yeah. I mean, where would they be without their games like Batman?
It's almost like
their other games,
It's almost like a closed retailer in that if you look at Nintendo's third party content, it is very tight to their aesthetic. Like if you look at that Splatoon game, it looks like a Nintendo game because it's very colorful. It's very almost cartoony, you know. And it kind of seems like Bayonetta, I will say, definitely deviates from that because it's a bit more gritty, darker kind of.
Pretty sure that's like the
look to it.
Only gritty game aside from like that zombie game.
But you know what I'm saying? Where it almost seems like to be a third party Nintendo game, you have to kind of look the part, and I wonder if that's a big part of it.
I just feel like I don't know. Nintendo really does need to kind of open their doors a little bit and let give help the third party so they will help you.
Yeah, and I mean, we hope they get in the right direction. Get in the right direction means good games. Good games means fun.
Yeah,
and also like from a business perspective,
I got to play Mario Kart not too long ago recently, and it's actually a really fun game. I love Mario Kart, but I never really got to play with it on the with the Wii remote. And it's actually a lot of fun. It's pretty cool.
Exactly. And it also has the appeal of like the old school kind of console where it's easier to put in a backpack and bring with you. Like the newer consoles, the PlayStation 4 is a bit easier. The Xbox One definitely is not.
You don't move
that. Stays at home. You do not uproot your Xbox. So Wii's got that going for it. You want to go have a sleepover at your friend's house, pack up your Wii U, bring your Mario Kart 8, and you're going to have a good time.
I mean, we want them to do good. Like I said, we want that, a good company means more fun, and it also means more competition. And more competition is good for everybody.
Look, if they make a Pokemon game for the Wii U, it's over.
It's over.
If they make
over.
I just don't feel like they will.
Pokemon Snap.
It's
so easy with the game.
You know what I really missed was the Pokemon Battle Arena, where it was
Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Coliseum.
Coliseum was a great fucking game.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Like we've talked about this at length before. If they just take Pokemon X or Y, the exact same game, identical game, and just make it look nicer and put it on your TV screen, they save the company.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Done.
Or where's the Pokemon Generations game?
Like all of them?
That would be the console. You have every region, in a giant, sprawling, open world. Just
I think
Pokemon.
maybe they're waiting till they've just squeezed the sponge dry.
Yeah.
And have everything.
The guys in R&D are like, I can't make another Pokemon. I
Yeah.
can't do it.
It's their
There'll never
final-
be another Pokemon.
It's their final form.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yes.
when they're an inch from death, when the life bar is flashing. Also, that makes no sense. How in boss battles, the more you beat them up, they just get stronger.
They
like,
just get madder.
They're holding
Like,
back.
you think...
Bruce Banner, man.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't it be strongest, a little bit weaker, a little bit weaker?
No.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's exactly what's going to happen.
You wouldn't have lines like that. Oh, this is my final form. Let me regress.
How climactic is that? Oh, you're doing so good. I'm gonna get weaker and make this super easy.
We'll see.
It's holding back.
If the villain gradually makes you feel more and more bad for it. Like, you're just whooping its ass, and it's just getting weaker and weaker. It's like, I'm not ready to die. It's got a walker in its final incarnation.
Yeah, but then
I'll kill you yet.
Then you
It's the
feel
Black
terrible
Knight.
for killing it.
It's the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Then you feel terrible for killing
Exactly, and in the end it wins by breaking your heart.
I don't know. So, what do you guys think? I say our question of the week. How do you feel about people role playing in
it. As female characters.
Is that okay? Is it catchy?
I would say both ways. It's both ways.
We can't word it that way because it sounds bad.
Yes.
How do you feel about people...
To what extent is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Before you start purposely deceiving people, like when is that okay?
And I'll go as far to say somebody portraying themselves as a gender they do not identify with. Now, that's what I think is the important...
Yeah.
You know, if you're biologically male and you identify as female and you want to be female in a game, that's fine.
Yes.
But if you are a man and you identify as being a man, but you want to just portray yourself as a woman for fun or something, is that weird?
Don't exploit it.
Yes.
That's
What do
the
you
end of
think?
the story.
Let us know in them comments, yo. Like the video. Subscribe to our channel.